So have you ever witnessed this level of interest in a finance bill prior to this?
Thanks, and indeed, as Diana has mentioned, we appeared before them, but the concern you've raised, or the question you've raised, is critical, and I think I was very happy that the committee is now grappling with 897 submissions, memos taken to Parliament, more than 1,000, as Gaita has said, in terms of people who are appearing before them. So we have really never seen such level of interest and quality of submissions. We sat in the room, as mentioned by my colleagues, listening in to also others that have gone before us, and you could see that people took time to ensure they are putting a strong case. And you know, this is something we've not seen before, and we've seen a lot of this interest generally around elections within the 5-year cycle when we are bringing in new leaders. So to see that this was not a leaders and a party issue, but an issue that brings in citizens together and the interest, the critical submissions, I think it's something that we need to applaud as citizens of Kenya, and it just shows that the high cost of living is real. Because most times I think we always had extra, so who cares really? Sometimes you're like, anyway, let them do what they must do. But this time you're seeing both people informal, so the diversity was what was striking, that we've all come together and understood that the enemy is the huge budgets, the wastage that we must rein in. So there isn't who is informal, who's in informal sector. If you see the provisions within the bill, it targets the whole spectrum. When you're in the informal sector, they're coming after you. If you're in the formal sector, so I think it's been a rallying point for all of us, and sometimes it takes trouble for people to understand that they fund the system. So the high cost of living, I think, in as much as we are all really concerned about it, it has given us opportunities that we as citizens, we as civil society players, need to then ensure that we ensure that these gains are things that we build on moving forward. So then I expect that even the next finance bills will be things that civil society themselves prepare stronger, mobilize people, different citizens also make sure their voice is heard. And so I think it has moved. The citizens have done what they can before we then appear, it goes for Parliament to decide, but that should essentially not be the end. However, Parliament decides. I know that's a question we'll discuss, but citizens have now done their bit. So yes, to mention that this was extremely unique for me, having been in this space for some while, and this has always been a prayer. So it's a prayer answered, that citizens were ready to sit for 8 hours straight, and we say, let that business stay. Kwa sababu even if you go for your hustle, they'll come and take 40, I had the teachers talking, around 58% of their pay will be going to taxes. So you would rather stop that business and say, hey, let me make a strong case, and then that would build into the household incomes that you have in the moving years.
All right.